I'm
which
not
seems
asking
highly
about that case
suspicious. Hold on,
specifically.
let me keep going.
Attorney
I would
General
run through
Bondi,
a
this
wall
is
for
my
Emil
time, Mr.
Bovey
Chairman,
and
and I
Todd
would like
Bland. The entire administration will follow court orders. The problem arises in the district courts. All
Okay.
these district
I'm
courts
not
throughout,
asking
the,
about-
throughout
can
but
you
here's how we will follow them when we
Attorney
get to the
General,
United
this is-
Supreme Court.
I need to ask
we're
you a
winning.
number of questions,
And so,
so
yes,
I know
we're
you want-
follow- I will follow the law, but I will not I will not keep that as a separate grant entity programs.
So if
I'm
you're-
not going to cut, let me answer, I'm not going to cut anything that's going to hurt violence against
Not
women.
my question.
It will
I'm
eliminate
asking, just for your information, Attorney General.
What you just saw was the exact moment Pam Bondi's carefully constructed world of lies came crashing down. She walked into that hearing with the arrogance of an untouchable Trump official ready to dismiss any and all criticism. But she wasn't ready for Senator Patty Murray. The senator didn't just come with questions. She came with full receipts. She came ready to expose what she called a deeply alarming moment where law and order is being replaced by chaos and corruption.
We are in a deeply alarming moment where law and order is being replaced by chaos and
This wasn't just a political disagreement. This was a systematic takedown. Bondi tried to dodge, she tried to deflect, but with every answer, she dug herself into a deeper hole, revealing a dark secret about her agenda at the Department of Justice. So what was this secret? Trust me, it's even more disturbing than you can imagine.
Attorney General Bondi, we are in a deeply alarming moment where law and order is being replaced by chaos and corruption and really whatever Trump wants. And your department's independence and its capacity to do its job have eroded before our eyes. We have seen respected career officials who've been fired for doing their job. Thousands more are being pushed out with your buyouts and the threat of mass firings, and entire divisions are being eliminated, and grants have been canceled illegally. So I have questions about how and why those decisions are being made, and importantly, whether you're adequately resourcing DOJ to do its job.
Chaos and corruption. Senator Murray set the stage immediately. This wasn't going to be a polite discussion about budgets. This was going to be an interrogation into the collapse of the Justice Department under Pam Bondi's leadership. Murray came prepared with a list of charges, but she started with a bombshell allegation that pointed to corruption at the very highest levels of the DOJ. A protected whistleblower had just accused senior DOJ leadership of defying court orders through deliberate delay and disinformation.
Including through, quote, lack of candor, deliberate delay, and disinformation, unquote.
So Murray asked Bondi a very simple question. Does her administration believe it should follow court orders? The answer should have been an easy yes. But what Bondi said instead was absolutely mind-boggling.
These allegations are deeply concerning. Now, I know you said that you can't discuss the case, but can you confirm that you agree that this administration should follow court orders?
We will follow court orders, Senator. The entire administration will follow court orders. The problem arises in the district courts. All these district courts throughout the country are tying our hands. And here's how we will follow them when we get to the United Supreme Court.
I need to ask
we're winning.
Did you catch that? Let that sink in. The Attorney General of the United States just suggested that her department can essentially ignore federal court orders unless the case goes all the way to the Supreme Court. It's a stunning admission of lawlessness, but what happened next will blow your mind.
Can you confirm you will not allow any conduct like what is alleged to continue at the DOJ?
I'm not going to talk about anything that's alleged. What I will talk about with you, hold on, you asked me a question and I get to answer it. What you asked me, alleged conduct that's part of a pending whistleblower lawsuit that was filed on the eve prior to Emil Bovey's hearing today.
I'm not asking about that
suspicious.
case
Hold on,
specifically.
let me keep going.
Attorney
I would
General
run through a
Bondi,
wall
this
for
is my
Emil
time,
Bovey
Mr. Chairman,
and
and I
Todd
would like
Bland.
This is the moment Pam Bondi began to lose control. She was cornered. She tried to deflect, claiming it was all part of a pending whistleblower lawsuit. She even declares that she would run through a wall for them, which is a powerful display of loyalty, but it completely sidesteps the question. Is she loyal to her team or to the law? But Senator Murray wasn't letting her off the hook. She demanded a simple yes or no.
I just want you to confirm for this you will not allow conduct like that at the DOJ. Yes or no?
I will always support and defend Emil Bovey, and I will defend Todd Blanche. They are two of the finest people I know, and two of the
asking about the
people
conduct.
I know.
And what did Bondi do? Instead of answering, she declared her loyalty to the very people accused of misconduct, saying, I will always support and defend Emil Bove. She chose to defend her friends over defending the rule of law. But if you thought that was bad, What Murray exposed next was even more sickening. The attack now pivoted from legal corruption to direct cruelty. It wasn't just about politics anymore. It was about abandoning the most vulnerable people in our society.
Now, in April, DOJ abruptly terminated over 300 public safety grants that had already gone through a very rigorous and fair and apolitical application process with no explanation. This is funding to investigate and prosecute drug trafficking, to support foster care kids who experienced abuse or neglect, to expand access to forensic exams to prosecute violent crimes like sexual assault. Examination grant. Were you aware that that grant helps our authorities prosecute rape and sexual assault?
I have no idea about that specific grant you're talking about. That's why I said
I have no idea. The Attorney General of the United States, the nation's chief law enforcement officer, just admitted on the record that she had no idea she was cutting funding used to prosecute rape and sexual assault. It is one of the most shocking admissions of incompetence you will ever hear. She tried to recover, offering to personally look at it.
Please reach out to me. I will personally.
But the damage was done. The secret was out. Under Pam Bondi's leadership, the DOJ wasn't just chaotic, it was actively harming public safety and abandoning victims of violent crime. And she didn't even seem to know or care that it was happening. But then, Senator Murray delivered the final crushing blow. This is where the dark secret of Pam Bondi's entire agenda was finally revealed. It wasn't just incompetence, it was a deliberate, illegal plan.
In your budget request, you proposed consolidating the Office on Violence Against Women into the Office of Justice Programs. In 2002, Congress actually codified the office as a permanent, separate, and independent office to implement the Violence Against Women Act. Now, your department wants to fade that into the OJP, which violates the intent of the law that we passed. So will you commit to us, the Appropriations Committee, to follow the law and maintain OVW as a separate grant entity?
I will follow the law, but I will not keep that as a separate grant entity. You and I can disagree all day long on what the law is.
And that was it. The mask completely slipped. In one breathtaking sentence, Pam Bondi said she would follow the law, but then immediately stated her intention to break it. It's a confession of her intent to commit an illegal act, live on camera. This was the moment she completely lost control of the narrative, of the facts, and of her own credibility. Senator Murray saw her opening and went in for the final checkmate. She didn't yell, she didn't scream. She simply, calmly, educated the Attorney General on the law she was about to break.
Violence against
Not
women.
my question.
It will eliminate.
I'm asking, just for your information, Attorney General, in 2002, we codified the office as a permanent, separate, and independent office. So that you need to go back and take a look at that. I know my time is out, but I thank you very much for the time.
Boom. Total humiliation. Pam Bondi, the supposed top lawyer in the country, was just publicly schooled and corrected on the very law she oversees. She had no response. The hearing ended, and Bondi was left completely and utterly exposed. The dark secret wasn't just one thing. It was an entire agenda of chaos, corruption, and cruelty. From ignoring court orders to defunding programs for rape victims to openly violating federal law, Pam Bondi's disastrous performance proved she is unfit for office. Senator Murray didn't just win a debate, she exposed a rot at the very heart of the Justice Department. What did you think of this incredible takedown? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.